everybody, and welcome to That's Football. And I tell you what, I'm going to say this straight off the bat. This, for me, pound for pound, is signing of the summer. Bissouma to Spurs for £25 million. I've just been losing my crap on the United stand saying 25 million quid about 10 times. But wow, absolutely wow. I'm sure there's Arsenal fans out there and other fans of other clubs saying, where were we in this? I mean, as a United fan, I can't understand this. What I want to say is this is a Spurs video. In essence, we're talking about Spurs signing. And look, I know Gary Neville uttered those words back in October that Conte is not a Manchester United manager. And I felt that they were naive as much as they were bordering on inept. I mean, Conte has taken Spurs to the Champions League and is now efficiently working through a transfer window. He did brilliantly well in January to bring Bentancur and Kulusevski to the club. And now he's looking at Spence at right back, Torres at centre back, Bissouma into the midfield, Richarlison. They're building a squad. That's what he's doing. Because Richarlison, they've already got Son, Kane and Kulusevski. Bissouma, they've already got Højbjerg, Bentancur. He's building a squad. He's building a squad and he's a very good manager. And if I was a Spurs fan, I'd be very excited. But Bissouma for £25 million, I think he's the signing of the summer so far. Look, Haaland's fantastic. Nunez, I think, will be a success. If United get De Jong, he's a brilliant player. But for £25 million, pound for pound, I think Bissouma is the signing of the summer. Considering Brighton sold Ben White to Arsenal for £50 million a year ago, to get Bissouma for £25 million, who's a midfielder, I think it's amazing. Yes, he's got 1 year left on his deal. That's always going to be impactful. But I still think that is a steal, an absolute steal. And I can only go on what I see. And I don't watch Brighton week in, week out. And I'm not going to lie and say that I do. But I probably watch Brighton play 5 or 6 times a season. And I've seen Bissouma play against United a few times. And I've never not been impressed with him. And the thing about Bissouma is, you know, if I watch Brighton 5 or 6 times, he might just play well in the games that I watch. But you also hear other people talking about Bissouma. Gerrard wanted him at Villa. Arsenal were in for him. Loads of United fans like him. I've heard him linked to Liverpool in the past. He is a good player with a very good pedigree. And what I like about Bissouma is that when I watch Brighton, I tend to watch them play against United or a City or a Liverpool, because I'm never going to watch Brighton play Watford. And when they're playing against those teams, they tend to be the underdog unless they're smashing United. And therefore, they are a little bit under pressure in the midfield. They're up against good midfielders. And he's tenacious, he's good in the tackle, he's good at passing. But also what I like about Brighton, what I like about Bissouma as well, is that they like to play out from the back. And even when a team presses them, if he's facing his own goal, he doesn't panic and boot it out. He'll hold it, he'll use his body strength. Or he'll play triangles with his centre-backs or his other midfielder. And I think that, to be honest, he's too good for Brighton. And Brighton are a very good side, but he's a very, very good player. And what is he, 25 now? It's the perfect time to go to Spurs. Maybe season 1 he won't start. Maybe he'll be on the bench if they play Højbjerg and Bentancur. But I actually think the ceiling to go higher is much better for him. And the brilliance of this deal as well is that Brighton could never increase his value. He's got 1 year left on his contract. He clearly wasn't going to sign a new deal. But for £25 million, the day he puts a Spurs shirt on, he's worth 40. He goes up in value straight away because he's going to Spurs, who are a Champions League side. And when you play for Spurs, you get a lot more focus and exposure than you do at Brighton. So as much as I think it's a brilliant football deal, it's a brilliant financial deal for Spurs. And I wish my club looked at stuff like this, because what Manchester United do is we buy £80 million Harry Maguire or £90 million Pogba or £50 million Wan-Bissaka or £70 million Frenkie de Jong. And basically it has to be an elite signing, because if it doesn't, you lose money. There are massive wages and their values dropped. With Spurs and this deal, I mean, his wages will probably be reasonable, but the value of the player is just going to go up straight away. I think it's a brilliant signing by Spurs, and I'm very envious of Spurs because they deserve the Champions League, and what they've done with that, they've not sat there and gone, yeah, hey, let's swim in our Champions League money and stay with what we've got, which is what they could have done. As part of keeping Conte at the club, they're actually looking to build beyond that and become an established Champions League club. I mean, Conte wants to win things. Let's not forget, he doesn't want to just be in the Champions League just to take part. So I think it's a brilliant deal for Spurs, and I'm very interested to see what else they're going to end up doing, because the transfer window is open now. But as I said, £25 million for Bissouma, it's just ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. And fair play for them, fair play to them for securing it. So well done to Spurs. Get your comments in below. What are your thoughts?